So I promised to introduce us to the toolbars and the menu bars and what the windows are for. In this video, I'm gonna fulfill that promise. But before I do, I just wanna make some corrections about video 2. I hope you forgive me for some of them. Many times when I made reference to what we created here, that's Flat Design 2, when I made reference to it as a window, I actually meant a workspace. So please pardon me for that. I mean, what we created was a workspace. We didn't create a new window. When we have this, we created a new workspace. And secondly, when you expand this and you get your windows expanded, when you toggle it again, I had made reference to this and said minimize. Please forgive me for that too. This is iconic mode. Yeah. So this is iconic mode and this is expanded mode, I suppose. I don't know. So that is that. And in the last tutorial, in the last video, we created this Flat Design 2 by moving some of our windows around, and we say if ever you mess it up, you know what to do. Go to Windows Workspace and reset Flat Design 2, and voila, you're good. So I'm just gonna go back to Flat Design now, which is my familiar territory. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna introduce us to the menu bar, which are pretty standard in almost every software that you come across, and then we'll talk about some of the tools in the toolbar and probably just put something on our canvas. I think it's about time for that, right? The wait is getting too long. Yeah. So like most softwares in Windows or even on Mac OS for that matter, or even Ubuntu, in Linux, I mean. So you have file and you have some of the pretty standard operations here. New, open. We've used new, so let me just do something with open so you see. Wow, okay. I'm just gonna go here to OneDrive. Now I'm not just showing assets as a pictures. I don't know. I can't quite remember some things I did here. No, this is not where I want to be. Assets, some of the kind. I don't know why I did here. So there you see. Sorry about that. Something I didn't remember. Sorry. Okay, so that's what open does. Just like in most softwares, I don't want to say any softwares. I'm not sure I'm the authority on all softwares. So just like in most softwares, probably 90% of all softwares, you get open to open things. There's this browsing bridge. We probably will not cover this in this introduction series, or maybe we will. Let's see how that goes. And you can open as my object. This is something that is unique, very unique to Photoshop, which I think I'm gonna show us this one later. You can open recent. So there, open recent. I don't know. Let's see. Open recent. There's something recent. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. I don't want to show off a bad work. Okay, that's not too shabby. Okay, so you can close. I suppose this close is to close the current document you're on. Let's try this out. You close. Voila, see, and you can close all, but you know I don't want to close all, or maybe let's close all. Let's see what happens. See what happens when you close all. Now let's go back to where we were. What did we call our folder again? Tutorial series, introduction to PS001. Okay, so we're back. And you can save as in case you no longer like the name introduction to video tutorial 001. Just like I said, I didn't like the name that time, so you can save with a different name there. I'm not gonna do that now. And you can close. You can go to bridge, export your files. You can generate. I think there. I'll probably talk about this generate. Maybe, I mean, if I want to talk about everything in Photoshop, these video tutorials will go into the hundreds, which I'm not sure I really want to take an introductory video introductory series into hundreds of tutorials. Now you're gonna ask me in your mind, why did you name that 001? I'm sorry, that was what came to my mind at that time. So, and you can share. I think this gives you options to share online, share on. There's a share on Behance. This, I think it gives you option to share your work directly, maybe on Facebook or something. I've never tried that. I've tried this share on Behance though, because I'm on Behance. You want to check me out sometimes, but I'm not gonna tell you it's a Behance for that. And you can search Adobe Stock. This is Adobe Stock. I think I'm going to talk about Adobe Stock when I talk about libraries. So for now, no comment on that. This is for placing art objects like images. You can either embed it, place it directly into the file, make your files larger though, or place linked where you keep a smaller size file, but your linked object has to be where they are. So if you've placed linked an image, then you make sure that that image doesn't move from the location on your on your computer where you have linked them. Else, if you move the image away from the location, by the time you come back to your Photoshop file, you're gonna have a problem because the image is gonna be lost now. You won't find it in your design anymore. And this automate, we're gonna talk about this part when we do some advanced series, not now. And scripts, yeah, also advanced series. So exit, that just closes up into your Photoshop, which I won't do now. Edit, this edit menu, standard operations, copy, cut, paste, paste special. Maybe works as paste and split like you have in Illustrator. I've never tried that. Paste special. All of these things you're gonna get familiar with them. Talking about some of them right now will make no sense. Like, what is he talking about? Why don't you just show us? So yes, I'm going to show you. So let's just, and images, yeah, here you can resize your image or just resize your canvas. By the way, this is the canvas, this one right here, this is your canvas. So yes, so when we say resizing canvas, it just affects this white. Okay, and you can rotate it. Say, let's try that, shall we? Voila, see, I'm just gonna like counterclockwise that and get back to where I was. And this is your layer window here, and the layer window has its own special menu because there's so much you can do with this beautiful window here. So we get into that. Your type kind of works ends in end with your character sometimes, or most times. Select, we get into that. Filter, where you have some really sweet effects you can do to your images, the rasterized version of your work, or flattened version of your work, which the word flattened probably doesn't mean anything to you right now. So yeah, sorry about that. And then there's 3D. Yeah, Photoshop does 3D. We're not going to cover that in this series, don't expect that, I'm sorry. Probably some advanced series. What's happening to my voice today? I don't know. Okay, so, and this view, you could scale up your view to 200%, and now that looks extremely boring, and we could be back to 100%. Okay, now see, we're not even back anymore now. Let's just go back to print size. Thank you very much. Okay, and Windows, I show you a little familiar with this place, and then up. So that's that with it. Menu. This is even taking too long. How could we spend so much on menu? So much time. Menu. Seriously, what's happening in menu? And here is the what I like to call maybe like the property. Property is a property what? Basically, this portion here changes depending on the tool you have. Like right now I have the move tool, and see what we have here. It's different. I have this marquee tool, and it's different. So basically it's different for every tool you have. It's like the property bar, so to say. Just you have the menu bar, so let's go to the property bar, because we have a property window here, which I don't want you confusing with this. So that's why I didn't know what to call it at first. So yes, let's just call that property bar, since this whole thing that goes horizontally is simply called bars. So yeah, why not? Property bar. Okay, so that's that about that. As you change your tools, the property bar changes. So let's get right into okay, let's just wait on the tool. The tool is the special place I'd like us to get to last, so we can really begin to create things. So here we have this layer window. These are just some of your windows here, and all these iconized. You can expand them just by clicking them. So they're iconized right now, but you can expand them. It's like your character, and the character is a group. Say groups are maybe from here, somewhere here, till you have a new thing here. So anyone you kind of pop out, you can easily by tab go to the other ones like that. So I'm gonna iconize it back. Okay, so now we're back here to the two panel, I don't know. By the way, you can expand it and get this double thing, so you don't always have to move your mouse so far down. But I kind of like it. I like to have lots of room here, even though you can't really do anything out of the canvas as far as Photoshop is concerned. Okay, so yeah, probably the first tool you want to know about is this, the move tool. And to demonstrate the move tool, all you have to do is click on it anyway, and you get this black what's that, a kite, or that's not a triangle, it's like a kite or something, with that direction symbol telling you to go north, south, east, and west. Okay, so let's come here to, by the way, you're probably wondering, am I flying out? Say for example, I flew out this, and again now I'm flying this out, and I'm flying this out. For any tool on your toolbar with this little arrow, I'm going to try to zoom in on this when I'm working on the video and finishing it up. That this little arrow, it means you have more tools under that one tool, and the last selected tool is usually shown here, but that doesn't mean that's all you have there. I probably use my ellipse tool last, and that's why we have ellipse here, but right now I want to use my rectangle tool, so I can, so to really do that, to do the fly out, so I don't digress too much, what you have to do is left click on that tool and hold. So you don't have to hold for long, you just have to hold for like a second, that's all, and then it flies out. So there. So I'm just going to use my rectangle tool to draw something on our canvas right now, and I'm going to move it with a move tool, so you see how this all works. Now I'm going to come here, see where my arrow is. We've got these colors here. This one black, the bottom one is called background color, and this one at the top, the white, is called foreground color. So I'm going to set a new one. I like something like this, green, blue. Okay, green is good. Let's just make it a little greener so that you can really see it. So I'm just gonna draw out a triangle. I'm gonna click. I have to start from an upper left corner and drag down to a lower right corner. So there, upper left, down to a lower right. I can go up to change the shape of a triangle, go farther right, but then just like that, it's as simple. Just leave it, and oh, sorry, the last time I used Photoshop, I add my fill to none, so sorry, I'm gonna just put that back right now to this. Okay, there. By the way, this fly out right here, this is my property window. Every time you grab a prop, you grab any tool from here, the property window flies out just like this. And you can actually have that expanded, and well, I prefer it flying out like that. So there. Now if I wanted to move this rectangle from up here to say down here, I couldn't just do this. See, all I'm gonna be doing is drawing another rectangle. I'm gonna press Ctrl on my keyboard. While holding Ctrl, I'm gonna press the letter Z to undo that. So that Control Z. That undoes that, whatever. Undoes that. Okay. You see, I cannot move an object that is drawn onto my canvas unless I have come to pick the move tool. I need to pick the move tool. Alright, if you come in from say corridor something, this might be a whole new concept to you, but that's the way it is here. You need to select your move tool. You need to tell Photoshop, now I want to move things, and then now I can click it and I can move it around. By the way, those lines you see coming out are just snapping lines, which I probably will talk about later. The snapping lines that are here to help us. So there, I can move things around. How beautiful is that? Not the best at work yet, but you see, it's humble beginnings. Okay, there. So that you've seen the power of the move tool and how to use it, and in doing that, I was able to introduce you to rectangle tool, almighty rectangle tool. Basically, all of the shape tools are contained in this one group, or shall I say, they're common shape tools. Not all really. They're the popular one, yeah. So let's draw another ellipse and move it around. And this time around, probably give it a different color. So we're gonna double click on that and one a different color. Okay, that's good. Looks like a good branding color to go with. I'm gonna hold my shift for a perfect circle. Circle. Where? So if I don't hold my shift, I'm gonna have to struggle to get a perfect fit. But holding my shift gives me a perfect circle. By the way, holding your shift when using any of the vector tools. The vector tools are ellipse, rectangle, maybe I'll show you other ones, but these two are called vector tools anyway. So there, holding my shift gives me a perfect one, and removing my shift I can mess it up as I want. But holding my shift again, see, I get a perfect tool. That's perfect. Okay, so there, I still have this color. Why? Anyway, I can change it here in my property window. In case you don't have your property window, this is it. And if you can find it on this right side here, maybe because of the workspace you're working in, come to Windows and look for properties here. Voila. See, there we go. So I'm not going to spend this entire video introducing each and every tool. That will make the video way too long. It's too long already, so let's not make it even longer. So there's that. Today we've looked at what we have here. It's good to know what we have here, because most of the things you have here kind of like are operated upon by what you have here. So yes, and we've also seen our move tool, we've seen our vector tools, rectangle, rounded corner, and we've used two. We use other ones later. So yeah, that's the end of this tutorial. I was getting bored myself. It's getting too long. Wow. I hope you learned one or two things from this tutorial and from this video and this tutorial. So till I see you next time. Yeah, I'm off my game today. My name is Alexander. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and I welcome constructive criticism. Thank you very much. Till next time.